Martin Lapton here for Alternative Heating Solutions. Run a little short on wood last night, had our place to be, so it's out this morning. Got the old red light of death, which is not a big deal. It's just like the G200. As long as you got some coals hiding in there somewhere, it's easy to start. But while it is cold, might as well go ahead and clean it. And for some reason, burning ash, no matter the species of it, seems to make this hard crusty ash that wants to build up a little. Don't blow out. And yeah, someone else made a big deal about having to have a special tool to get the plug out, like it's going to take all day. Well, there you go. So much for the special tool. And yeah, I can guarantee, yeah, it's hard. What it is, used to do it in my 400, did it in my 200. My old conventional didn't have grates, so it really didn't do it in that. But we'll clean that out and we'll start over here. And this has been out since like 7:30 this morning. And just from moving the coals around, I actually found a few live ones. And it's going on 3 o'clock now, I believe. So let's see, 6.5 hours. There's still coals. Let's see what happens when we start it. Turn it on. And yeah, once I seen the red light, I just killed the power to it. No point letting it blink at me all morning saying it's angry. There, cold start. A little bit, yeah. If you have no live coals, as long as you have some like those, you hit it with an LP torch for like 5 seconds and it'll hot. I already picked out some smaller bits of wood. What helps, yeah, that's a small piece, but it's also a crooked and ugly piece. I don't like putting that on bottom. Ditto with this. It's hard to keep your stack tight if you're trying to stack around junk. And like I said, those were dead. About 5 seconds, they're hot. You really got to run them completely dead or not have a good coal bed to start with before you're going to have serious issues getting them to relight. And now, while on the subject of coal beds, and you can hear this, I looked at my app and checked, and the thermocouple I added said it's already over 1200 degrees coming out of that refractory, so it's already gassing in less than 5 minutes. But anyways, on the subject of coal beds, the tools that Heatmaster supplies with these work very well for what they're designed for, which is removing ash. I think they're too aggressive to actually keep the coal bed up. This is an old poker from this old farmhouse. Was originally heated with a coal stoker. You can see it got a nice convenient hook on the end. This used to work great on the old ones too. To size them, stick them in there, pop the panel off. Nice little hook. You can grab a piece of wood with it, flip it over, flip it around, whatever you need to do. And all you need to do, probably put too much wood in it, really show. You need to keep it stirred. If you don't keep the ash and coal stirred, they'll get packed. And once they're packed, the ash is going to build up and you're going to have issues. I've already seen when the ash line was up to there. It's easy to tell because that creosote runs down, hits the ash, and builds a ledge. So no, you weren't keeping up with the ash that good. But go to a farm auction or flea market, get yourself a coal stoker poker. Or I've made some for customers already. Use a piece of 5/8 or 3/4 inch rod. Got a nice loop bent in the end. That's easy to do. I just chuck a piece of pipe in the vise and stick this through a hole and heat the rest and wrap it right around. The other end I chucked in the lathe and turned the long taper on and then bent it. And this is convenient too. It's light enough. You can still get it hooked where you want it and bend it into a different shape if you have to. And with that nice curve, you can get down to the front of it too, loosen the ashes up. That worked really well on the old Gs, where you had to work around that channel in the front. But yeah, it's just another tidbit there. I really think you should have one of these. Your coal bed will work better, and you won't have near the buildup of ash in the top if you keep it loose. I ran a 400 for 2 years, ran a G400 for 3 years, or sorry, G200 for 3 years, and now running this one, and I've never had to manually remove ash from the top until I was done with it in the spring. Keep it stirred up, keep it loose, and you won't have any issues. This has been Martin Lappin of Alternative Heating Solutions. If you find our videos helpful, informative, entertaining, annoying, whatever, go ahead and subscribe to our channel anyways. And as always, if the women don't find you handsome, at least they can find you handy. And a quick addendum, which I think stands for lazy man's way to do less editing. I don't know, probably. It's down to 100 and I think 5.9. So it's gained 5 degrees already. Glanced at my app, seen over 1400 degrees out of the bottom chamber already, and zero smoke after it sat out for 6 hours. Good seasoned wood, proper selection of splits, proper technique in loading it, and in what, 10 minutes maybe, no smoke. This has been Martin Lappin of Alternative Heating Solutions. As always, if the women don't find you handsome, at least they can find you handy.